YouTube, it's your girl Vet. How you doing today? I'm doing great, y'all. I'm blessed. I feel good today. Guys, I hope you guys feel good today too. I hope that you guys seen this video in great health. If you're not, I hope it makes you feel better. I hope I can make you feel better. Just chit chat and everything with you. Anyways, guys, I found it in my heart today to talk about car accidents. Like, really, what I want to talk about is like hit and runs. Hit and runs. Like, do you think the people that always hit and run when they hit somebody or they hit another car, that they're evil people or just mean people or just a person that just don't care? Well, I had thought about that, and I've been thinking about that. Especially that it's been so many of that going on here in my city, so many hit and runs and people leaving the scene and everything like that. Now, I really don't know 100% wholeheartedly what I would do in a situation like that. I feel if I hit a pedestrian, my instinct is to go out there and do so. Okay, but it's easy to say that I will go out there and help, because I'm not speaking about other scenarios that can happen. And what I'm saying is, I'm not speaking about it just being a person laying there. It can be other people around the situation. Okay, it can be people right there when you hit that person that's going crazy because they're upset because you hit them, and that's understandable. They are very upset that you hit them. No matter, they always say pedestrians always right, but sometimes people shoot out there, and before you can even stop, you can't even react quick enough because they just gun it out there. Okay, so they can be standing out there, and it could be a type of people that they have around them that's taking their guns out, saying that they're going to do something to you and everything like that. So at that time, you might just drive off. That would be your best instinct to do. If you can, to drive off, call 911, find somewhere to park. If the police station is not close, tell them what the situation is. Let them know, hey, I was involved in an accident. I am the driver. I got scared, because so many people do this. They will leave the scene of crime and may even just go home and don't say anything and just try to hide it out, and they really feel bad and they just scared. No, go somewhere. If you can't make it to the police station, let them know exactly what happened and exactly and then they come and talk to you, and then clear your conscience, and and your concern, because you're still going to be concerned about, if you have a good heart and you're a good person, you're going to be concerned about the person that you have just hit. And you explain to the officers, I was scared, But if you done hit somebody and they just laying there by themselves, no, never just leave them hanging. You jump out the car. Of course you're going to look around and see, oh, let me see. Besides, and then you're going to go out there. And sometimes a person would just hit your car and just keep on going, because someone would do it anyway. But the world that we live in, y'all, it makes it so scary to stop, because you don't know what the other person is going to do to you. You might get this vibe that it's not going to go well at all, especially somebody jumping out, slamming their door, cussing before you can even say anything. It's best to remove yourself from that situation, because if they getting out cussing, doing what they do, move from that situation. Call the police. Get on the phone with 911. I was just involved in an accident. Things are not going great. I want to be able to settle this and talk to the person, but they got out the car. Seemed like they was about to be violent. They came out with violent tendencies, so I had to drive off. But I'm right here on this and that street. You can come and talk to me, and I'll answer any question. You have my full cooperation. That's how you do it, because it's scary out here. But your instincts when you hit somebody, especially a pedestrian, instincts, jump out the car and do this and that. And I'm going back to, it's been some years ago. In my city, the little boy coming from the park, he stayed across the street and he just shut out there and the man hit him. The man had his teenage son in the car. The man hit him. He jumped out the car, did what he was supposed to do, jumped out the car. But that little boy was in so much bad shape that he died. So he was over him. He was hovered over him. And he was crying, heartbroken because he just killed this little boy. This little boy just came out. He just killed this little boy. Lord Jesus. And then the uncle of the little boy came out as that man was bent down over the little boy. Came out, put the gun to his head and shot him in the head. And then he ran off. Instead of him trying to see about his nephew, he came out on that type of stuff, killed that man. Now he done killed that man in front of his son. Remember I said the son was in the car. The son was there too. So he done killed this teenage son, daddy, in front of him. Daddy did the right thing. He got out. And he was terribly upset because it hurt, because he just killed a little boy. So it makes it hard, guys, to, just stop sometimes. Like I said, it's not everybody. Some people just can hit you and just keep on going, won't have no remorse, don't care. And they can be the type to drive reckless and everything and just won't care, won't think nothing of it. All they want to do is get out of it and hide their car and fix whatever is on it so that nobody won't know that it's them. I'm not talking about those type of people. I'm talking about the people that really want to help and that's really not that type of person. And sometimes they might just hit and they might run because they are scared. Some of them hit and run and they will sit and they will call. The next thing you know, you will hear about that they did call. We do know the person that you got into an accident with, and they be like, oh, how is that? Because they drove off. Because they came to the police station, sir or ma'am. They came to the police station. They called. So long as you do the right thing, because like I said, we never know exactly what we're going to do in that situation. We have no idea. I don't care if you've been in this situation before. Maybe things wasn't going the way that it will go again. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you hit somebody, a pedestrian before, and all the family or people around saying, were just trying to take care of that person and understood what just happened. So we just have to be mindful of those things. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say. We got to be mindful. We cannot always think that we know what we will do because you've been through it before. You just don't know. You cannot say wholeheartedly 100%, this is what I will do. This is because every situation is different. Every situation is not going to be the same. It's just not. It's just not going to be the same. I hope that the situation will never go left, but you got to expect that it could go left. You have to expect that could happen, that it can go left. And and like I said, if you don't drive off, and you can, and you think about, that's why it's good to think about things like that, like kind of like, it's hard to prepare for it, but kind of like, write some things down or just think about what would I do or what can I do. Put 911 on speed dial real quick, and if you hit somebody, no matter what, just already call the police. Hey, I'm involved in an accident. This is the street I'm on. Please come right away. Come right away. And just, you just got to keep yourself safe. Because when you drive off, it makes you look cold-hearted, like a cold-hearted person. Or, it just don't set right. And sometimes you can be charged with that. You can be charged from leaving the scene of a crime. You can be charged for leaving the scene of an accident. So you don't want no parts of that. And then if the person's laying there hurt, there's possibly something that you could have did to help that person. That's why it's good to call 911, get some help, because that person may need some medical attention right away, and you can help. And then maybe there's something that you can do, even if it's that CPR or anything, that you can help that person, to stay alive. And then that person staying alive will help you more ways than one. That will help you mentally. That will help you that you don't have to go to jail. That you did everything you could. that would help that person to keep their life. That they want, so I can never 100% say what I'm going to do with a hit and run. It's never been a hit and run for me. And I had went through a situation years ago, y'all. I was very young. I was in my early 20s. And I was going home. So just mind you, okay, I'm going east. There's a bus on the right side of me, okay? So the light turns green for me to go. The bus is right there on the side of me. And I just started, I'm glad I didn't gun it. And I gave my car some gas. There was a bus across that way. He got off the bus that was right here on this side of me, on the right side, and was trying to catch the bus over that way, okay? He hurried up and shut out there. I bumped him. And he fell down, jumped back up, and ran to the bus. And he caught that bus. But guess what that did to me? Once again, y'all met Silky Seal. Y'all met Silky for her birthday. Y'all seen that video. I hurry up, went straight to her house, and ran there and said, I just hit a man. I'm crying. I said, oh my God, I just hit a man. I'm crying. It still hurt my feelings. My heart was still broken. Oh my God, I hit a man, So it didn't make no sense for me to stay right there because he jumped and got on the bus. He left. He left me on the scene. He left me on the scene, y'all. He left. And I'm petrified. I'm upset. Very upset. I just hit a man. That's how I felt. That's all I kept saying. And she just kept saying, okay, well, what happened? Where is he? Is he okay? I said, he got back up and he just ran to the bus. She said, he okay then. He okay. I said, I still hit a man. I was crying, y'all. I said, I still hit a man. No. That's how I thought I hit a man. I said, there's no way that I could stop because I stopped, in time because I just pulled off. But what if I was coming from a distance? What if I was far back and I already had put that speed up to level? It wouldn't have been the way it was. But since I was right there on the side of the bus and I just gave it a little gas to get ready to get out there, he was able to get back up. But had I would have been coming about 100 feet back and I was going the correct speed that was for that street, things would have been different. I thank God that that's not the scenario that happened, that it did not happen that way. I thank God for that because I was already messed up even though I saw the man get up. But the thing was, I hit him. My car hit him. He fell down. He got back up. I'm about to jump out. He get back up so fast and he ran and caught that bus. Probably didn't think nothing of it. And he probably never did think about how that made the person feel that just hit him. And I was messed up. I was heartbroken. I never forget how I felt that night. I was so heartbroken. I felt so bad. Woo! And she kept on saying, she kept trying to make me feel better. He okay, though. You see, he got on the bus, right? He was able to, how did he get to the bus? I said, he ran. He ran to the bus. He limped a little bit, but he was still running. He wanted to catch that bus bad. And he caught it. Y'all. Oh, my goodness. But shows you how it can affect a person. I even see the man get up and run, but some people don't get that lucky, don't get to see that person is laying on the ground. I've been hit by a car before. I was a little girl, 9 years old. It was a terrible accident, and see, I ran out there like that, and he was coming from a distance, but still he was coming kind of fast, but I flew all the way in the air. I wasn't that big of a girl back then, so I was 9 years old. And my whole body flew in the air, y'all. Went in the air and hit the ground. I was, messed up. I didn't even feel it because it hit me so hard. So that was a long healing process. I was in the hospital for a while. I had to be put in a full body cast and everything like that. But that man couldn't have known. But he did get out. He got out to make sure Well, he knew I wasn't okay. I can't say to make sure I was okay. Well, he was trying to make, but he knew I wasn't. Thank God I wasn't dead. And he was asking for help, neighbors helping them, giving them blankets and everything like that. Then, especially they knew who I was because I got hit on my street. But I was outside playing. We was playing chase, and I ducked in between two parked cars. I ducked because I'm hiding. And then I ran out. And then by the time I ran out, it was too late. I saved the car, but it was too late. The car was right there. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even react. And I was hit. And then, as time went, I heard my dad on the phone and, and everything like that. And he was on the phone talking to somebody, and he found out who the person was and where the person stayed at and everything like that. So then with that conversation I heard, it's like, his daughter is in bad shape. I'm in bad shape. And it's like, I guess he wanted to kind of like, in my mind, it sounded like he wanted to retaliate for something that was out of that man's control. Because I'm laid in a body cast now. So I heard him. And I was like, Dad. So when I talked to him, he's like, huh? I said, you know who the man is that hit me? He said, oh, yeah, I found out who he was. That was our conversation. And I said, oh, okay. I said, Dad, it wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. He said, huh? And I felt a little girl like me. At that time, I had to be 10 because when I got hit, my birthday was getting ready to come. It wasn't far from my birthday. It was like a few weeks. So I told you it was a long process, a long healing process that I went through. So I was like 10 then. So I just turned 10. And I knew I needed to talk to him. Before he left out the door, I needed to talk to him. And I said, yeah, Dad, I said, it wasn't his fault. I said, he didn't know that I was going to come out there. He said, he didn't know. I said, Dad, I had ducked down between those cars, and he could nobody see me. Could nobody see me. And I ducked, and then I just ran out. So he didn't have time to stop. I said, it's not his fault. And I said, I bet he felt bad that he hit me. 10 years old. 10 years old. And that's what I thought. I said, I bet he felt bad that he hit me. I said, he did get out the car and was trying to help, so I think about stuff like that, and I believe and I know that I saved a situation from getting bigger than what it had to be. I thank God for the wisdom that he gave me. It was for me to be able to tell my daddy, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault, so it seemed everything was all right behind that. He talked to me. I said, so you ain't gotta do nothing, or anything like that, because it wasn't his fault and everything. And I heard him talking, to my mom, so it sounded like that things sounded better to me, so I'm like, okay, so I got that squared away, because and then when I went through my situation, even though the man got up, still, when I told my dad, I said, I bet he felt bad. Even though that accident that I did wasn't nowhere near as bad what happened with that man that hit me. That I'm in a whole body cast, but this young man that I hit was able to still jump up and run, and that devastated me. So I can only imagine how that man felt. But I know one thing, I thank him for stopping. I thank him for not just hitting me and going and dragging me and running over me and making the situation worse. I thank him for being a caring person. I thank him for that, because when I was in the hospital, there was another little young girl there that she had been hit too. But it was a hit and run. They kept on going, and they messed her up so bad. She was like a little baby. She was drooling and everything, so she was like a little baby, and we was like the same age, and just dragged her. And I'm thinking, like, dog, how could somebody just do that? And I was feeling so bad about myself, didn't realize how blessed I was, because they wouldn't show me my face right away. So after so long, they went ahead and gave me a mirror to put in my face. And after they let me see my face, I was quiet. I wouldn't say nothing for a while. You know, I just didn't even want to talk and everything because my face was so scarred up and messed up. I didn't want to talk. So this sweet nurse took me down to her room, to the little girl room that been the hit and run. Well, nobody would know who she is. Her name was Betty. Nobody would know who she is, cause especially they don't know me. So her name was Betty. So they took me to Betty's room, the one that was involved in the hit and run. And she took me to the room and just pushed me there. She just had me sit there and look at her. And then once she came back and got me from the room, took me back to my room, and she said, "What do you think about what I just did?" And I said, "You wanted me to see that what happened, that it wasn't so bad to me." Yeah, you know, and she was nice, y'all. She was so nice. I had some nice nurses, though. She was like, yeah, she said, "You are so blessed, baby. You are so blessed. And I want you to see that you are so blessed. You know, the man that hit you stopped. He stopped, you know." So, yeah, so I started feeling better about myself and everything, y'all. But you got to realize some people like, and see, that was years ago. Just think, you know, that was years ago, about 40 years ago almost. So, yeah, 40 years ago. The world has changed so much from 40 years. It changed so much from 40 years ago. And, you know, we just gotta do better out here. You know, a person hit somebody, like they hit your child or something like that. Your child started playing, and somebody hit your child and they jump out to help. You know, when they hit your child, that they didn't try to do that. They didn't try. And you know, kids outside playing, they run in the street, and these are the things that happen. So I know you're going through emotion and everything, but try to still be grateful that the driver did stop. You know. And I would hope that if I would ever be put in that situation where one of my loved ones get hit or something like that, that I would handle that situation just like that. Yeah, I'm going to be upset, I'm going to be hurt, I'm going to be crying. But the driver get out and try to help. I just really can't see myself going left to the driver, you know, or trying to cause harm to the driver when they just driving, you know. I guess, like I said, it's different scenarios for different things. Like, I can't see a speeding car going 70 really gonna stop it, you know, and get out and do anything. You know, it's very rare that they would get out. A lot of times they just keep on going. They ain't trying to be seen. They're trying to put their car in the garage or something. But somebody driving sensible and everything like that, and the accident happened, they're trying to get out and try to make sure everything is okay. Oh, guys, it's just so sad that we just can't. That we seem inhuman and everything, if you know, or then we have to make ourselves look like that because of the world that we live in. Oh my goodness, like, you be hoping to get better, and I know God can make that happen, but sometimes things seem so weird because it seems like everything keep getting worse. Everything can keep getting worse, y'all. But things can get better. All we have to just do is pray, like, if we ever be in a situation like that, that it never goes left. It never goes left, that you never cross paths with something like that, that things would go left like that, you know? Man, because, like I said, I always got something to say about myself, but yeah. So, and I understand, like, that's a hurtful thing. And there was even a time where I didn't even hit a person. I almost hit this lady and her baby. She ran out in the street. I'm making a turn on the busiest street. She trying to, once again, y'all, trying to catch a bus. Y'all, that's another thing. The next bus is coming. It's going to be another bus, but there's not going to be another you. Your life is more important than a bus. Way more important than a bus. Yes, there will never be another you. We gotta be more, take our life more serious, y'all. Realize that life is more important, you know. Sorry about that, y'all. Oh my goodness. I had to keep on moving around. Baby boy keep calling me. Gotta do things for him, y'all. But yeah, but we definitely have to be careful. And you have to use your instincts. You have to use your instincts with the situation, because like I said, every situation is not the same. Somebody can say, well, I was involved in an accident. I hit the person. I jumped right out. Oh, they were so grateful I got out and helped. Some people are like that. Some people are very grateful that you stopped and you got to help, as they should. As they should. But you have other people that would jump out, everybody ready to fight you and act a fool and do everything like that from an accident. And especially when they come down to these kids, and they know kids, they get out there and they play and they run around and do all that type of stuff. And I felt like when I got hit, I felt like I was too big to be sitting back doing that, but I was really a kid. You know what I'm saying? But I felt in my mind I was more mature. And I just did not think that these two cars is covering me up like that. And that I knew it did. Hold up. I knew the cars covered me up. That's why I was ducked between them. But I didn't ever think about another car coming out as I come out. I did not think about that. I was a kid. I had to keep remember I was a kid. I was a kid. And I did kid things, I guess. But I felt I was old enough and knew better than that. That I surprised myself that I did not think. I did not think to look for cars. I always was so big on looking both ways. But you got to realize, just because your kids know how to cross the street, and that's what happened. I knew exactly how to cross the street. I done walked to stores and everything blocks away, and I done did this, I done did that. I done walked all types of places, because back then you was able to do that because it was safer in the neighborhood to do that. So I did that. I knew how to do that, but at that time I did not think, because I was in the midst of playing with my friends, running around, ducking and hiding, and took my tail out there and did that job. And I was in bad shape. I will never forget how my mom screamed, how they had to go and tell my mom that I was laying down on the ground down there, and how I heard my mom scream because I was in and out of consciousness. And she was running down the street because I can see her. I seen that she was running. I know my head was turned that way. So, and the scream, I will never forget her scream. I just would never forget her scream. I felt so bad. And I just wanted to go to school the next day because it was on a Sunday. I was like, I was telling them I got to go to school and everything. And they cut my pants up. My daddy just bought me some pants, y'all. I said, my daddy just bought them pants. Them my pants. Y'all cut them? They had to cut it to get to my leg because my leg was broke. So they had to cut my pants, y'all. But we got to do better. If you do get involved in the accident, y'all, you have to use your instincts. If things on the outside looking like that it can go left, you have to definitely call the police. You have to definitely call the police. And then if you can get away from somebody that's threatening your life in the midst of this, you have to try to go somewhere and park and tell them where you at. Tell the police where you at. I was involved in an accident. That's what you have to do. You don't have to just go home and just try to hide it out because you're scared. And if you're the type of person that has the heart that you just, that is bothering you, is messing with your conscience anyway, it's going to mess with you, and you want to do the right thing. That's the main thing. You want to do the right thing. Because if you sit back and you hit somebody and you just try to run home and hide your car, try to hide the fact that you hit somebody, and then some people mess around and kill somebody, but you know that you still have to be held accountable for it. And if, just say for instance that, okay, you got everything going on. You got your license, you have insurance for your car, and you was going the right speed and everything, that you was not driving reckless, you definitely need to be trying not to, hide out. You ain't got no reason to hide. It was an accident. But a lot of people hide because they drive reckless. They drive, and some of them don't have license or nothing. They just be out there just being reckless. So yeah, they hide, try to hide the car, or sometimes even try to sell the car and get caught. That's how you get caught. And then when it comes down to you going to court, the judge don't have no mercy on you, because you left the scene of a crime and you tried to hide the fact that you hit somebody, tried to sell a car and everything. So you have to think about that. Just think about the long haul of it. Once you get caught, because what's done in the dark will come to light. And then it's not going to look good on your behalf. You want to look good on your behalf, at least to say it was truly an accident. You are remorseful. So then you want to sit back and leave your family or do all this time, but we can put ourselves in so much trouble because we just don't think. We just don't think, or we just try to hide situations, and that's not the way to go. The way to go is, hey, let me try to get some help. Let me especially go to God, talk to God. God can lead you the right way. God, help me. I just hit somebody. Call the police, go somewhere where they can talk to you. And if you're the family member and a person get out, as I said, to help, the person that's driving, help. Try not to sit back and attack that person. It takes a lot out of a person that had just hit somebody to get out and try to help, and without being scared that something's going to happen to them in these time and days. And these time and days, like I said, now I really don't know. I hope I don't even have to go through that situation. I hope if I ever had to go through it, that there wouldn't be nobody trying to attack me, or my life is, in jeopardy because of an accident that none of us tried to cause. I didn't try to cause it. They didn't try to cause it. I hope I don't get hit by another car, Lord forbid, because I done been hit by it. So hopefully I don't go through that either. And I hope that my family, somebody sticks around to see if I'm okay, that they wouldn't sit back and treat these people like that that's trying to help me, that didn't mean to do it, So that goes both ways, with two things being said. So I just hope I put some on somebody's mind today, and I hope somebody can learn from this, because people go through things. These are everyday things in life that people go through and might not understand and might not know what to do. So then this is a thing to think about, and I hope it can help somebody, because a lot of other is going on, y'all, and I definitely hope I can help somebody today. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe, y'all, subscribe. Until next time, see you later.